What if I told you that a boy who started off recording FIFA videos in his bedroom would go on to become one of the most influential entertainers in the world, that he'd dominate YouTube, crush it in the boxing ring, break into the music industry, and co-own a billion-dollar drink brand? Sounds unreal, right? Well, welcome to the story of KSI, the internet legend, the YouTuber turned mogul, the man who made knowledge, strength, and integrity a personal brand. Let's dive deep into how KSI became an unstoppable force and why millions can't stop watching, listening, and cheering for him. The humble beginnings, from bedroom to stardom. KSI, born Olajide Olayinka Williams Olatunji in Watford, England, started his journey like many of us, just a teenager with a passion. In 2009, he created his YouTube channel and began uploading FIFA gameplay videos. At first, it was all fun and games, literally. His early content showed him reacting to goals, laughing over glitches, and shouting with excitement. But what stood out wasn't just the gameplay, it was him. His raw energy, infectious laughter, and unfiltered personality caught people's attention. He wasn't trying to be perfect, he was real, and that authenticity made him relatable. Back then, YouTube was still growing, and KSI saw an opportunity most people missed. Instead of waiting for validation from the mainstream media, he built his own audience. Video by video, subscriber by subscriber, he turned a side hobby into a full-time hustle. And let's be real, who would have guessed that a teenager recording FIFA '09 would go on to sell out arenas? Wild, right? Quick question for you. Tal, what were you doing at 15? Imagine starting your empire from your bedroom. KSI did just that. The Sidemen, building a brotherhood and brand. While KSI was blowing up individually, he wasn't alone in this journey. In 2013, alongside other UK YouTubers like Mini Minter, Zerka, TBJZL, Vexstar123, Bazinga, and W2S, he co-founded the Sidemen, a group that would become one of the biggest online collectives on the planet. These guys weren't just friends, they became brothers. They started uploading weekly challenges, football matches, sketches, and Sidemen Sundays, which are now a staple for millions. But what made them special wasn't just their content, it was their chemistry. They joked, argued, competed, and supported each other like a real family. And their fans? They felt like part of that family too. KSI was often the loudest, the boldest, the one who brought chaos, but also the glue that held things together. Today, the Sidemen aren't just YouTubers. They're a brand, with their own clothing line, restaurants, charity matches, and business ventures. And KSI's role in that growth has been monumental. If you've ever had a group chat with your best friends and thought, "We're hilarious, we should start a channel," these guys actually did it and took over the world. The transformation, YouTube comedy to music mogul now, here's where the plot thickens. Most YouTubers stay in their lane, not KSI. He took a leap most creators fear. He entered the music industry. At first, people laughed. A YouTuber making music? But KSI proved he wasn't here to play. He dropped tracks like Lamborghini, and later, full albums like Dissimulation and All Over the Place. These weren't amateur projects. His songs hit the charts, brought in features from legit artists like Rick Ross, Lil Durk, Craig David, and Polo G, and racked up millions of streams. He trained his vocals, sharpened his writing, and built his reputation, step by step. Today, KSI isn't just good for a YouTuber, he's good, period. And in an industry where credibility is everything, he earned his stripes. His concerts sell out, his fans know every lyric, and even critics are giving him props. It's a prime example of evolving, leveling up, and refusing to stay boxed in. Real talk, how many people have the guts to reinvent themselves in front of millions? KSI didn't just pivot, he dominated. The boxing saga, from meme fights to main events. One of KSI's boldest moves? Stepping into the boxing ring. What started as an internet feud with Joe Weller turned into a massive pay-per-view showdown, and KSI won. That victory sparked the era of YouTube boxing. He called out Logan Paul, and the world watched as two internet icons squared off. Their first match in 2018 ended in a draw, but the rematch? KSI took it, and suddenly he wasn't just a YouTuber. He was a legit fighter. Since then, he's fought other influencers and even professional boxers. His fights aren't just entertainment, they're events. He trained like a beast, took hits, gave hits, and proved he's more than just a keyboard warrior. In doing so, he inspired a new wave of influencer athletes and made boxing cool for Gen Z. People who never cared about sports started buying gloves because of him. That's influence. Be honest, would you get punched in the face in front of millions? KSI did, multiple times, and walked away with respect, belts, and bragging rights. The business brain, prime, investments, and smart moves. Now let's talk money, because while KSI entertains millions, he's also making millions, and not just from YouTube ads. His biggest business move to date? Co-founding Prime Hydration with Logan Paul. Yeah, you read that right. Two former rivals turned business partners. And Prime? It took off like wildfire. Endorsed by athletes, sold out worldwide, and even sponsored the UFC. It's not just a drink, it's a phenomenon. But that's just one layer. KSI also has a stake in multiple businesses, from restaurant chains to NFTs to investment portfolios. He's turned his internet fame into a financial empire. And here's what's wild. He's not even 35. While many creators blow their cash on short-term thrills, KSI is building long-term wealth. He doesn't just chase trends, he sets them. He turned his name into a brand, and his brand into a bank account that's always growing. Ever wonder what happens when you mix hustle with strategy? You get KSI, creator by day, mogul by night. The authenticity why fans truly connect. Here's something that separates KSI from the rest: his honesty. He doesn't pretend to be perfect. He's had breakdowns on camera, admitted to struggles with mental health, shared his fears, and opened up about his growth. That kind of vulnerability, it's rare. In a world full of filters and fakery, KSI is refreshingly real. Whether he's laughing at himself, talking about anxiety, or clapping back at haters, he does it with rawness. And that's why fans stick around. They've seen his highs, his lows, and everything in between. He's grown up online and let others grow with him. That relatability is powerful. He doesn't act like a celebrity. He acts like a friend. And even with millions watching, he's never lost that humble, funny, and sometimes chaotic energy that made people subscribe in the first place. He's proof that you don't need to be flawless to be loved. You just need to be you. Quick check-in. Isn't it refreshing to see someone real for once? KSI is as real as it gets, and that's why we ride with him. The legacy, changing the game for creators everywhere. KSI isn't just a success story, he's a blueprint. He showed that you don't need Hollywood backing or industry connections to make it big. With a camera, a dream, and relentless grind, he created a multi-industry empire. And in doing so, he opened the door for other creators. Today, YouTubers are respected more than ever. Influencers are landing movie roles, record deals, and major sponsorships, and a big reason why. KSI proved it could be done. He inspired a generation to pick up a mic, step in the ring, or upload that first video. His legacy isn't just about numbers or views, it's about impact. He shattered the idea that creators are just online entertainers. He's a businessman, a musician, a fighter, a trendsetter, and most importantly, an icon. And let's be real, years from now, when we talk about internet pioneers, KSI's name will be right at the top. Imagine being the reason 1 million kids believe they can do anything. That's not clout, that's legacy. So what have we learned? KSI isn't just a YouTuber. He's a visionary. He's the embodiment of leveling up, taking risks, and evolving in public. From FIFA videos to sold-out concerts, from boxing rings to boardrooms, he's done it all. And the crazy part? He's still going, still creating, still growing, still breaking boundaries. Whether you've been watching since day one or just joined the journey, one thing's for sure: KSI is the real deal. And if he's taught us anything, it's this: never let the world define your limits. Define them yourself. Let me ask you this before you go. What's stopping you from chasing your dream like KSI did? Hit that like button if this inspired you, and drop a comment telling us your favorite KSI moment of all time. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives like this. Until next time, stay legendary.